Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we have some exciting news as Capella Bangkok has been named the best hotel in the world for 2024, showcasing the beauty and luxury of Thailand's hospitality scene. With its serene riverside location and stunning villas, it's no wonder this hotel has captured the hearts of travelers around the globe. In a more somber turn of events, we report on a tragic incident involving a Bangladeshi passenger who sadly passed away on a Cathay Pacific flight from Dhaka to Hong Kong. Authorities are investigating the cause of death, reminding us of the unpredictable nature of life, even while traveling. Lastly, in sports, Hong Kong cricket coach Simon Willis is optimistic about new partnerships with mainland China that promise to enhance player development and coaching opportunities. Despite recent challenges, the future of cricket in Hong Kong looks bright as they gear up for upcoming competitions. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage on these stories. CNN reports on the remarkable rise of Capella Bangkok, which has been crowned the top hotel in the world's 50 best hotels list for 2024. Despite its turbulent start during the pandemic in 2020, the hotel has flourished, offering an oasis of tranquility amidst Bangkok's chaos. With spacious rooms and unique riverside villas featuring private gardens and plunge pools, guests can experience a moment of zen while enjoying the vibrant atmosphere of the Chao Phraya River. General Manager John Blanco highlighted the warm relationships formed with local Thais during the pandemic, which have contributed to the hotel's growing popularity among international visitors. The list also showcased other Asian hotels, with 7 out of the top 10 from the region, underscoring Asia's dominance in the luxury hospitality sector. South China Morning Post shares a somber story of a 47-year-old Bangladeshi passenger who tragically passed away on a Cathay Pacific flight from Dhaka to Hong Kong. The man collapsed shortly before the plane landed, prompting an emergency response from Hong Kong police, who declared him dead at the scene. An autopsy is set to determine the cause of death. This incident highlights the unpredictable nature of air travel and the potential health risks that can arise in such confined environments. South China Morning Post also covers the optimistic outlook for Hong Kong cricket under the guidance of head coach Simon Willis, who believes that new partnerships with mainland China will nurture local talent and improve coaching standards. With only around 4,000 active cricketers in Hong Kong, the challenge remains significant, especially after the team was recently eliminated from World Cup qualification. However, the establishment of a memorandum of understanding with Chinese cricket associations aims to create more opportunities for players and coaches alike. Willis emphasized the importance of unity within the sport as they strive to enhance facilities and develop a strong cricketing culture, with hopes of regaining their one-day international status in the future. SCMP opinion discusses the delicate balance Hong Kong must strike in importing labor to address its manpower shortages without displacing local workers. Amid industry demands, the Development Bureau has paused approvals for imported labor in construction, reflecting the need for a long-term strategy that considers future project demands rather than immediate economic pressures. However, the situation is exacerbated by reports of exploitation among migrant workers, prompting the establishment of a cross-departmental group to investigate these serious allegations. The hope is that with proper oversight, Hong Kong can responsibly increase its labor imports while safeguarding workers' rights. From the South China Morning Post, Lee Man's assistant coach Sito Manchun reassures fans that their team's preparation for the AFC Champions League 2 will remain unaffected by the absence of head coach Sang Chiu Tat, who lacks the necessary coaching qualifications. Despite the challenges, Sito emphasizes the team's unity and strategic preparation as they gear up to face Nam Dinh from Vietnam. The tournament represents a new chapter in Asian club football, providing Lee Man with the opportunity to strengthen through competition against formidable teams. The players are focused and ready to tackle the challenges ahead, showcasing their resilience and dedication to the sport. In another piece from the South China Morning Post, the struggles of Hong Kong's small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, are highlighted, with many on the brink of collapse due to a combination of economic downturns, high interest rates, and changing consumer habits post-COVID. Restaurant owner Arthur Young's Nebraska Steakhouse is among the casualties, having lost significant revenue and ultimately deciding to close after 8 years. The narrative captures the broader economic malaise, with rising bankruptcies and closures across sectors like retail, catering, and manufacturing. Experts warn that the situation is dire, with many SMEs facing cash flow issues and the need for professional help to navigate through these turbulent times. The future of Hong Kong's economy heavily relies on the resilience of these SMEs and restoring confidence in the business environment. South China Morning Post highlights the remarkable journey of Dr. Yuan Kwok Young, who grew up in poverty in Hong Kong after his mother fled famine in the 1950s. Despite the harsh living conditions, including a cramped 60-square-foot room and lack of basic facilities, Yuan's early experiences fueled his academic ambitions. His mother instilled high expectations in him after he demonstrated an early ability to write complex Chinese characters. This drive propelled him through school, where he overcame challenges, including a serious accident, to excel academically. His journey continued through medical school, where he discovered his passion for infectious diseases, ultimately leading him to significant contributions in the fight against SARS and COVID-19. Nikkei Asia reports on the thriving cryptocurrency trading scene in China despite stringent government regulations. The over-the-counter, OTC, market has seen a significant surge, with trading volume tripling to $23.7 billion in the second quarter of 2024 compared to 2021. As traditional cryptocurrency exchanges were shut down, investors turned to OTC platforms and peer-to-peer networks. This shift is largely driven by the desire to find alternatives to a sluggish stock market and to move money out of China amid negative economic sentiment. Analysts suggest that the rising use of OTC crypto reflects a broader trend of individuals seeking faster and more discreet options for asset preservation and transfer. According to the South China Morning Post, Hong Kong has emerged as a leading hub for cryptocurrency activity in East Asia, witnessing an impressive 85.6% year-on-year increase in transaction value. This growth is attributed to the city's proactive regulatory framework, which has fostered institutional adoption and attracted investors. The report notes that Hong Kong climbed to 30th place in the Global Cryptocurrency Adoption Index, while mainland China's ranking dropped significantly due to ongoing restrictions. As the Chinese government continues to enforce its ban on cryptocurrencies, citizens are increasingly turning to OTC platforms to manage their assets, driven by a negative outlook on the domestic economy and a declining property market. South China Morning Post, Yu Miao's journey from Shanghai to Washington is a testament to the resilience of free thought and culture in the face of oppression. His bookstore, Jifeng, became a vibrant hub for discussions on taboo topics like feminism and constitutionalism until it was forced to close due to increasing governmental scrutiny. After relocating to the U.S., Yu opened JF Books, a beacon for Chinese-language literature and cultural events. The store not only houses books from mainland China but also from Taiwan and Hong Kong, reflecting a diversity that was stifled back home. Yu recalls a poignant moment from Jifeng's last days in Shanghai when, during a power outage, patrons illuminated the store with their mobile phones, creating a magical atmosphere of solidarity and creativity. Now, in Washington, JF Books serves as a space for community engagement, with events that resonate with the younger generation and foster cultural connections. SCMP opinion, the launch of the Commission on Asian Philanthropy marks a significant step towards more effective charitable efforts in Asia, where diverse economic and cultural landscapes pose unique challenges. The commission, co-founded by various philanthropic organizations from across the continent, aims to enhance collaboration and create impactful strategies to address socio-economic issues. With Hong Kong's chief executive advocating for the city as a global charity hub, the focus is on professionalizing philanthropy and promoting impact investing. This approach emphasizes meaningful outcomes over mere financial contributions, suggesting a shift towards a more strategic and coordinated effort in charitable endeavors. The Commission's success will depend on its ability to develop programs that leverage the strengths of its diverse members, ultimately benefiting half of the world's population. South China Morning Post: China's export sector faces mounting challenges as countries around the world increase tariffs in response to trade disputes. Analysts warn that these tariffs, which now extend beyond advanced economies to emerging markets, could significantly hamper China's economic growth, which has relied heavily on strong export performance. The Biden administration's new tariffs on a range of Chinese goods, including electric vehicles and solar panels, are part of a broader strategy to protect domestic industries from what it perceives as unfair competition. As nations like India and Brazil also impose tariffs to bolster their local industries, the risk of a domino effect looms large, potentially isolating China in the global market. While Chinese officials push back against these measures, asserting their intent to protect domestic businesses, the overall sentiment suggests a turbulent trade landscape ahead, with the potential for retaliatory actions that could escalate tensions further. South China Morning Post reports on the tumultuous relationship saga involving Lily J., Ethan Slater, and Ariana Grande, which has captivated the public's attention. Lily J., a dedicated psychology student and anti-sexual assault advocate, has emerged as a resilient figure amidst the chaos. Her relationship with Slater began in high school, culminating in their marriage in 2018 and the birth of their son in 2022. However, the revelation of Slater's romance with Grande, which coincided with his separation from Jay, has led to accusations of infidelity, with Jay expressing her hurt and frustration over being labeled as collateral damage. In another dramatic turn, Cher has recently withdrawn her bid for conservatorship over her son, Elijah Blue Allman, as reported by the South China Morning Post. Cher's decision came after concerns about Allman's substance abuse and mental health, which prompted her to seek legal control over his affairs. Allman, a musician and artist, has had a tumultuous life, including struggles with addiction and a controversial kidnapping allegation involving Cher. Despite their rocky relationship, Cher's withdrawal signals a desire for healing within their family, allowing them to focus on rebuilding their bond. Lastly, the South China Morning Post highlights the lives of Shiloh Jolie Pitt and Suri Cruz, who have both recently turned 18, marking a significant transition in their lives. Both young women have distanced themselves from their famous fathers, with Suri adopting the middle name Noel and Shiloh filing to drop Pitt from her name. They share a close relationship with their mothers, Katie Holmes and Angelina Jolie, who have played pivotal roles in nurturing their individuality. As they embark on their separate paths, Suri is reportedly headed to Carnegie Mellon University, while Shiloh is likely to pursue her passion for dance, showcasing the unique identities they are forging away from their celebrity lineage. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
News breaks, buzz the ground, stories spit, walls come down. Voices merge in the sound, faces mix in the crowd. Broadcasters paint the scene, world events on our screen. Every link a different theme, words collide in the stream. 6 degrees connect the dots, background stories hold the nuts. Hear the voices rise aloft, truth unveils in every spot. Cultures clash across the globe, spin the threads in a stroke. Every story wears a robe, truth and lies in their code. Journalistic real deep, secrets out they don't see. Every angle they will keep, in the news we take a lead. New perspectives day by day, hidden truths come to play. In the background shades of gray, every story finds its way. Perspectives day by day, hidden truths come to play. In the background shades of gray, every story finds its way.
Cultures, I go, what really or do not, what enough to be you, everything and ever, what enough and after, what enough and after, what enough and 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 enough.